And the reason I bring that up is because the engine we're going to put in this was an engine that belonged to my father.
We are starting a brand new series today, and this is a Porsche Boxster. We chose the Porsche Boxster to start off of because number one, it's mid-engined. Number two, this is a very well-performing chassis that's very well balanced. And number three, we know Porsche very well. However, this is not the car, this is. This Boxster has been nicknamed the Jigsaw car at the shop for many years because, well, it's in pieces like a jigsaw puzzle. And also because Logan drew Jigsaw on it. We tore this car apart many years ago in anticipation for a rebody project on a Porsche Boxster. And that's what this is going to be. We're going to completely transform this Boxster into a vision of our own. We're merely just using the chassis to build off of. The rest is not going to be Porsche based. What we've done so far to this chassis is cut it apart so we can remove any exterior body panels that are in our way. We put coilovers on it. We've also put large Panamera wheels on it because we wanted to get a certain ratio from wheel size to body size that we will go into later on. Ask for help to push a car, this is what happens.
We are starting with a Boxster chassis because it handles well, it's mid-engine, and I have it.
It's funny, is I said almost the exact same thing earlier. I said we're starting with Boxster chassis because it handles well, it's mid-engine. What was the third thing? I didn't say because we have it. Oh, I said because we know Porsche well.
And let's face it, we love Porsche, but we're gonna branch out a little bit with this one. The cars we're inspired by are also mid-engine, so that all fits together. And one of them is the Lamborghini Miura. It was once called the most beautiful car ever produced.
And it's still true.
Right, yeah.
Honestly.
I mean, when that was said, there have been a lot more cars produced since then, but yeah, it holds up. The first time I saw a Miura, I didn't see it, I saw a picture of a Miura, was in the DuPont registry. So back before anyone could bring a trailer for all kinds of cars they wish they could have or had never seen before, we used the DuPont registry, a printed format.
What's print?
Yeah, and like most people, I fell in love with the car at that time. The other car that we're drawing some inspiration from is the Ford GT40, and again, from the same era, it shares similar lines and just another car that I have loved.
I love the GT40.
Another person who loved the GT40 was my father. And the reason I bring that up is because the engine we're going to put in this was an engine that belonged to my father. Another reason for this is to use an engine that I have from him in a project. I've wanted to do this for a long time, and now is that time. That engine will be a much larger displacement engine than the one that was in it. It is not an LS engine. It is also not a Porsche engine. That's as much as we're going to say for now.
Great.
You're nailing this.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
One take, Tony is in the house.
Right, all right.
We missed you.
What up?
If you're new to the channel, or maybe new to our builds, we like to draw inspiration from other cars, like Tony was mentioning earlier. We don't copy necessarily. We have our own design style, but we also like to pay homage to earlier cars that were iconic. And typically there would be Porsche. This time I'm excited because it's not just Porsche, because there are so many beautiful cars that aren't only Porsche. And I can keep saying that, I keep stressing it's not Porsche. As much as I love Porsche, they're still...
Right, there are other cars,
Yeah.
and we don't see that many of them, but we're gonna build one.
Right now. Once I get out of this trunk.
Yeah,
if I can
we'll
get
start
out of
pretty
the
much
frunk.
right now.
I was about to correct you.
Yeah, so we've got some PSS 9s on it, and we put some Panamera wheels on it, basically because for the scale of this project, that's what we're after. It will require some work because this car wasn't built for clearance for such things. We're also going to very aggressively lower this beyond what you would normally do. We are going to make some modifications to the subframes, bushings, and different things so that we can raise that even further into the chassis, get this car as low as possible, because if you're looking at a Miura or a GT40, they are on the ground.
The other thing, proportion-wise in the car for multiple reasons. We may have to extend this chassis depending on how our drivetrain fits and with proportions for design as well.
We're going to be through for the whole process, other than what we've just described has already been done, which was minimal, even though it is a lot of fun to look at somebody hacking up a car. Sorry you missed out on that. But as Ryan said, we may be adjusting the length of this chassis to fit our design. That is yet to be determined.
The best part about a build series like this, we're taking you along the process from concept to completion. So that means our entire thought process is going to be publicized.
You will get a look inside our minds as we go through this whole process, as scary as that might be. Prolonged exposure to the inside of Tony and Ryan's minds may be hazardous to your emotional well-being.
So now what we need to do is strip this car down even further somehow, which is kind of funny to say given the current condition that this car is in. The plus side is we already pillaged this car for parts, so a lot of it comes right off. Don't.
Oh boy.
There's a bunch of junk just sitting here from when I have to assemble this car from pillaging parts. Makes it easy. Ever wonder how you see an engine in a Boxster? Ow. I think I just like folded my fingernail over. Nice. You gotta take the whale blubber off first. Get access. This seal, door seal, scrub. There it is.
There it is.
Top of your engine for your Boxster, which you don't really need access to for most anything. It's all from the bottom. Best part is, this engine's not staying in here, and there's gonna be a replacement with more displacement. The carpet may look brown, but actually, it's sun-faded red, apparently. I thought it was gonna be this beautiful red up here, but no, it's sun-faded. I forgot we already unbolted the seat. I don't really know why, but ow. Oh wait. Quarter. Yo, dibs. We'll make a little bet here. Heads, you get zapped by the bug zapper. Tails, I get zapped. Oh no!
Dealer's choice.
Alright. Oh, my hand's so sweaty. This is gonna be so bad. Oh, I'm so mad about that. I don't want to do it. Maybe I should do my elbow this time. Oh, that wasn't too bad. It's just. Woo!
Your back is so wet.
Dude, the humidity in here today is atrocious. Would you like a taste?
A sample?
Dusty boys. I want to talk about it. No. Be gone! Again, I don't want to damage that deck lid, but I keep hitting it. I'm making choices today, and they aren't good ones. I can taste that dust, and it does not taste good. It tastes like what you would imagine the dust would be like in like your grandparents' basement. It's not pleasant. So what I'm doing here is I'm pulling the seat belts out because we don't want them right now. I'm gonna leave the roll bar so we have a good frame of reference for head height from when we're designing the roof line. But other than that, I'm gutting this thing. I'm actually being organized. You should be proud of me. I'm using baggies and labeling them for parts that we're probably not gonna reuse anyway. The real question though is, am I cleaning that up after I'm done today? We'll find out. Maybe. Glued from like goo. Ew. There's like old coffee stains or something on there.
Gross. Hey.
Break.
Didn't break.
Yeah, it's like an old like CD rack. Remember those CDs? I just threw out a bunch the other day, trying to make room for the baby. Apparently CDs take up too much space for the baby, so.
Get them out.
Yep, I don't need them. We have the internet now. Hey Tony, heads or tails?
Tails.
All right, tails, it gets zapped. Dang it! I hate this so much. Why did we do this? This was like gooped to the bottom of that.
Gross.
That's like very old coffee.
Hey, why do you have the GoPro on your head?
Don't worry about it. It is the world's dirtiest center console in a Boxster. I shouldn't throw this one. This immediately tore. It's so dry rotted. I haven't pulled a dash out of a Boxster in a long time. Usually, I do everything I can to work around that. Like when you do like the flapper door for the foam door that goes bad, only it's just like a diverter for the HVAC that like the foam goes bad and blows throughout the whole interior of this car, which I guarantee this car has that problem. There's ways you can do to work around pulling the whole dash to do that. It's been a while since I pulled the entire dash out. I'm doing it completely from memory right now. I might end up looking it up on AutoData at some point, but kind of want to wing it. It's a little more fun that way. Taking things apart is just fun. It's the putting it back together. That's the challenging part. As a teenager, when working on my personal vehicles, I've always wanted to blow airbags, and I've been thinking about it. I'm an adult now. I can do what I want. Ah, I knew it! We're jammed!
Look out. The paper. The paper.
Remember that time we talked about CDs? As I'm tearing this apart, I'm intentionally not breaking things because they're probably still useful. If you see any parts in this video that you may need for your own Boxster, let us know in the comments below. Maybe we could work a deal out. Maybe not, I don't know. So where we're at right now, I have the steering column torn down, the switches for that done. I got this center console out, I got the radio out. I got most of the screws around the outside of the dash done. I still have a couple hidden screws up top that I need to get to, so I'm gonna pull this trim down, drop the pillar trim, and should be about ready to pull this out. Oh, I was also gonna pull the other airbag out. Gotta get up in there. Oh man, you know what this is? You know what this is?
Another one.
Another one. You know what that means, right? I think I'm planting a claymore here.
Misa no wanna blow up. Sorry, Jar Jar. The people have spoken. There he is.
He blew the pieces. Jar Jar! He survived. Unfortunately.
Me so sorry.
Those
Kill
are.
a Sith Lord. Sorry.
Don't start. Don't start. Grab it. Vent underneath here, kind of just obliterated. Aha! I'm king of the world! Interior's handled aside from the carpet. Let's rip the top off. Just watch me struggle, why don't you?
You're doing great.
Thank you. Then, there's so much room for activities now. Just gonna get the dust off the car. Be gone, dust! Can you fly to the headrest? Nailed it! I don't really want to tear out the center console stuff yet, so I'm going to cut the carpet. And hopefully not any wires.
Pencil.
There's a pencil where?
Right there.
Yo! Golf pencil! Ow! Ow! Be gone, Satan! Dang
Spare
it.
change.
I wanted to keep that from happening, but
Change.
I.
Change.
You need to go home.
Change.
Who hired you? Here, catch. It's funny we talk about the GT40. There's one on the car carrier that just showed up. just loaded up a 68 911 Targa soft window that we restored. It's going to Monterey for auction, so that's pretty sick. Since the helicopter didn't work, we'll do it for real this time. It's Kool-Aid, not coolant. Kool-Aid. Now that we've got the interior stripped, the top off of it, and other bits removed, it's time to get the engine out. We gotta make room for the new power plant. Look at that. Red Beam 1. Red Beam Garage, where's this? Warwick, Rhode Island, in New England. I have family in Rhode Island. Actually, in this area. We should find the original owner for this car. It's actually kind of funny. So the driver's manual has the original first owner's contact information because it's like the delivery receipt or whatever. And they're from Providence, Rhode Island, which is where I have family from. I wonder if we could track down the original owner one day and be like, your car's beautiful now. Look at it. It's Jigsaw. I think they'll love it. We should definitely contact them. What do you guys think? Should we contact them or? Look, it's like the Fast and Furious Jetta. Got no calipers.
You got no engines to do it.
We'll put big brakes on it. Is a screwdriver a pry bar? I was gonna say, as long as it's not my screwdriver and it's Tony's screwdriver, but that works too. Well, the results would beg to differ. Oh my goodness.
Hey Tony, why does the Norway Navy have barcodes on the side of their ships?
Don't know.
So when they come back into port, they can Scandinavian.
Nice. There you go.
I hate you so much! This side, wait, what's it? That's a pressed one.
I already replaced them.
Yeah, I guess that one's pressed. I'm depressed. I thought it was.
No. It's a water pump. It was a water pump failure that, a catastrophic failure that later came back because it cracked the head, pretty sure.
That's what it was. Yeah. So it wasn't an IMS car. I was wrong. No wonder there was nothing in the oil filter.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the coolant dripping out of the exhaust that was a problem.
There's a cap. It's actually.
Oh, good. Good. There it is. Oh, dump it in. We'll clip to it. Go two sensors. That's a lot of work for 4 bolts and a cross member.
Hey guys.
What
do you call a cow with no legs?
Oh, I know this one.
Is it,
Ground beef!
Ah, that's a good
I
one.
was right there.
Tony missed it, not me. I think it was Dylan. Right?
Definitely my fault.
Mm-hmm. It's always Dylan's fault.
So if you're Russian when you go into the bathroom and you're American when you come out of the bathroom, what are you while you're in the bathroom?
I know this one. I know this one. European.
You're a poopin'.
Wait, that doesn't work.
That doesn't work.
It's like crack it open first.
Yeah.
The Kraken. Release the Kraken!
The failure on this engine started when the water pump wasn't replaced in a timely manner. So they have a plastic impeller that pumps all the coolant, and they fatigue over time, and
the impellers don't impel anymore.
Right. Yeah.
And then coolant comes out your exhaust.
Yeah.
And it's a bad day.
Yep.
But, however, it's a good day for us in the sense that we're ditching this drivetrain. We're not using a Porsche engine for this.
That's very weird for us.
Very weird. We're gonna actually make a bunch of power and not have it cost like $1 bajillion.
Yeah. Yep.
We're not gonna say what drivetrain's going in this, but however, I will say we're gonna focus on getting this thing running before we do the body.
I'm gonna say right now what it was, and it was my dad's engine.
We already said that. We already know that. Tony's over here like, I dropped a truth bomb right now.
It's that dementia.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say right now what it is.
Yeah, our next video is gonna be probably unveiling what that is.
Yeah.
And trying to get it mocked up in here. We have the engine.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yep.
And we're gonna have to figure out what we need to do to fit it in here, whether that's lengthening the chassis or cutting into the firewall. Not sure yet on that.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't taken any measurements,
no.
anything.
We gotta get.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah.
The measurements and the.
I like
ideas.
the guesstimation mints.
Right. Yeah.
They taste better. Anyway, we gotta get the new engine into here and figure out how we're going to make it work. And then we're gonna get this thing driving.
Yep.
And then we'll begin the transformation of the exterior.
Something like that.
Hey, what's
Yeah.
red and bad for your teeth?
What?
A brick.
So tune in next week as we continue work on Jigsaw and try
I love
to.
the name. I honestly like.
I know I like the name Jigsaw.
Yeah.
I think it fits very well.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool. I mean,
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm gonna tune in and watch Jigsaw. See what the guys over at Crucible Coachworks are doing on Jigsaw. Exactly. I think we're. Yeah.
All
Thanks for
right.
watching.
What's white and black and red all over?
You, if you tell me a bad joke.
The newspaper.
Get the zapper. Come here.
No, no, no,
Come
no,
here.
no, no, no.